Hey yo, how's it going? Entropy here today with another video. Today we're going to be talking about gacha game banners and how that works in Vanguard Zero. So, first of all, I'm going to talk about an overview, what types of banners there are, and then we're going to look into more depth, what are the pros and cons of each, what do they include, exploring the rates and how it actually gets affected with these banner types, and then conclude with looking into which banner I would suggest and whether or not that suggestion is forever, or will that suggestion change over time, or other factors. And the answer is yes, it will change. The recommendation will change, but let's look into why, so then we can all make our own informed decisions moving forward in this game. First of all, the types of banners. First of all, we can see that there are multitude of them. General banners include general ones, the era ones like Fighter's Gacha, and then Asia Circuit Gacha. So these include cards from all the sets in their respective era. In addition, we have set banners, which is the set rate ups for each specific new set. So for example, set 6, Cavalry of Black Chains, had cards from that set increase its rates. Same as set 8, which will come to global in about slightly more than a month. And then once we finish an era, the Fighters Gacha and the Asia Circuit era, these era Gachas turn into two. So Fighters Gacha goes into Team Q4 and Rivals. Asia Circuit goes into Side Destiny and Side Fate. This is a way so that people who do want to catch up on previous historical content don't have to roll such a big, over diluted banner, but instead just roll a still diluted but less so diluted banner, I guess. Next, we have clan banners, which is the recommendation for most players, but I will challenge that recommendation and I will explain why. And then lastly, we have premium medal banners, which will provide you with premium medals. For this exploration, I will forget about premium medals first because they are usually an add-on. For set 5, we have premium medals, but you're still rolling for the set banner actually. And then for set 8, set 7, Blue Storm Armada, we will be getting these premium medals in conjunction with the set banner, in conjunction with some clan banners, so it does affect the conclusions pretty significantly, but you do have to roll a certain number of packs to achieve that, so that really is dependent on your situation. Generally speaking, if there is a premium medal banner, they're pretty good due to the flexibility. So first of all, let's look at the general banners. Again, there's the set banners and then the general era banners. So let's start with set 6, the latest banner. With each set, we generally get 8 new triple rares per set. So as you can see, cards like Fromage or Lukie, their rates actually went up in the red. So their rate is actually 0.17%. But if you roll on the Asia Circuit banner as of right now in global, you will see that the cards only have 0.10%. So if you do want to play like Pale Moon, and you do want to play like Fromage and OTT and all that new stuff, a lot of the new clans then do go for the set banner because it is better than the era banner, right? Well, not necessarily, because the reason why the Asia Circuit banner is at 0.10% is because set 6 just came out. When set 5 just came out, as in the Asia Circuit banner just came out, the chances of each triple rare appearing is actually 0.17% as well. What this means is that we see two things, right? Like, first of all, unfortunately, if you do miss out on these sets, the most recent set of the month, and you do want to pull specific cards, then you might have to end up going to the era banner, and it gets more diluted as we move forward into the future. Speaking of which, if you for example, if you wanted an easel, if you rolled on the set 5 banner, then you could have gotten it for 0.17% rate. Now you can only get it for 0.1% rate. So is it that bad? In general, as we move forward into future sets, it gets worse and worse and worse. The Asia Circuit banner goes from 0.17% chance for a triple rare, specific triple rare, to 0.1 to lower and lower and lower. That's something to consider, and that's why the set banners are not actually that amazing, but they are pretty good in comparison to the era banners. Next, looking into the historic banners, these are the banners that I would have generally avoid. these have a mix of 4 to 5 clans. And so, with the sheer number of clans, we know that's not that great because there's so many cards, right? More importantly, with each set, again, there's around 8 triple rares, 4 to 5 clans, so that's around 2 triple rares per clan. As we can see from the historic banners for Era 1, the base set, we have Team Q4 and Rivals, and even between Team Q4 and Rivals, there's different number of clans and there's different number of triple rares affecting the number of, the actual rates for each specific card. For example, I want to play MLB, right? I'm a new player. MLB seems pretty free-to-play friendly, If you have, 1 or 2 MLBs, and, you have GAN slots, Blaster Blades are pretty easy to come by, Blaster Darks are pretty easy to come by. It's a pretty meta deck. I want to play that deck. And the only way to get, Shadows and, Royal Paladin stuff is Team Q4. So I'm gonna do Team Q4 and Rivals. So let's start with Team Q4. The actual rate for getting an MLB is 0.09%. Right? Compare that with, on the Rivals banner, I want Phantom Blaster Dragon. That's 0.13% chance. That's 0.04, but that's actually quite substantial if you look into the numbers. So yeah, I mean, you do really need to recognize how much support your specific clan got, how that affects, the general banner, because if you think about it, Team Q4 had way more support than the rival clans in Era 1. Team Q4 had the first set 1, then set 2, and then set 4. That's 3 sets of content. That's, that's more than, the 1 set of content that Pale Moon, DI, Shadows, or Bermuda got, right? So that's something to consider. It's not just the number of clans that are in these banners, but also the number of support that these clans got. So yeah, generally avoid them. Even if you look at the rates, it's pretty bad. Next are clan banners. Clan banners is what I would recommend most players in general, and I still do. But one thing to consider is it's only focused on one clan, right? But is that for better or for worse? If we look at set 3, and this is an example from DI because I couldn't find one for Pale Moon, but it's actually the same because they only had 2 triple rares in set 3. DI had Your Life King Death Anchor and then Edel Rose, right? Both are pretty solid cards. The chance of getting them respectively is 0.59%, and that's like more than 3 times the chance of getting a respective triple rare, in the latest set 6, right? But if we look at the set 6 clan banner, there's 4 triple rares right now, and each triple rare's respective percentage chance of getting them is 0.25%. It basically halved because the number of triple rares doubled, right? But it actually more than halved. It's 0.25% compared to 0.59%. And the reason why is because other than the fact that the number of triple rares for that clan increased, the number of triple rares in general increased, right? So one thing to note is that yes, the rate up is clan specific, and if you do want to play a specific clan, you should go for these clan banners. But one thing to know is that Game Studio does not segment the triple rares in this set by eras, and so you could get, of course, more optimally, right? You will get, a Pale Moon triple rare. You could get the same. They're the same chance of getting a Lukie as a purple Trapezes. Both are great cards. Great, right? But at the same time, for your other triple rare spooks, cards that might appear which you don't want, you have just as much chance as getting a Fromage, as getting a Dragonic Overlord. You have just as much as high of a chance as getting a Phantom Blaster Dragon as a Blade Ring Reiji. And some cards are outdated. All the cards I listed are actually pretty good, but you have some really not optimal triple rares moving forward into the future. Not just talking about these spooks, just talk about the clan-specific cards. Some cards in the clans, some triple rares are already not optimal. For example, if you think about playing Gormor in Royal Paladins, then I personally wouldn't suggest that because that's not that great. But as we move forward, right, like for example, if you want to play Jewel Knights for Royal Paladins in the future, and people suggest you to go roll for the clan banner, well, how many Jewel Knights are you actually going to get? Because the chance of getting a new Jewel Knight triple rare is the same as getting an old Kingdom Knights Alfred. And at a certain point, as the number of triple rares go up, you would rather get a higher percentage chance of getting a new specific triple rare than a triple rare from Royal Paladins. I hope my explanation is clear enough. If not, then ask me down in the comment section below. But yeah, in general, the rule of thumb is as we move forward into the future, clan banners deteriorate in value. Again, bonus-wise, premium metal banners are a bonus. With every 50 packs, you get to choose one triple rare if you're picking. With every 15 packs, you get to choose one double rare if you're picking, if you want. And we will be seeing this in set 7 with Blue Storm Armada, as we talked about in the set 7 overview. Does this affect your choice in rolling a banner? Yes, right? For example, if a set banner doesn't have clan banners, then you are less incentivized to roll. But if you're playing multiple clans and then they also have premium metal banners, then that's great because you're planning to roll in the set banner anyways, and you get premium medals to help you patch up whatever missing triple rare you have. If you are a new player, and you only have so many packs to start with, premium medals banners are a nice way to start as well because you're rolling on a general banner most of the time. You get a taste of multiple clans, and if you do decide on one specific clan that you do want, at least you can trade for one specific triple rare for that clan of your picking. So a friend of mine, he rolled on set 5 when it came out, when the premium metal banner came out, and he got to test out golds because he got some double rares from golds. He got to test out Narukami, Great Nature, and ended up following with Great Nature and trading for Leopold. So that a lot of the time, a lot of the stuff in theory you would enjoy, but a lot of the stuff you really do have to test out. So if you don't mind, and you are an enthusiastic player and you do want to test out different things rather than just play competitively, then it's something to consider as well. It's a bonus, but it does affect your decision making. Overall, what are the findings in this video? Generally, the general banners get worse over time with the giant pool of triple rares that dilute the rates every single set. It gets worse and worse and worse, and the historic banners does help with the situation by splitting these general banners into halves, but they're still not the best way to catch up because of the sheer number of there's 4 sets of support divided by 2. It's still 2 sets of support with multiple clans and lack of rate up. And also these cards are historic. They are generally outdated. Not a lot of cards stick from one era to the next. And so, generally speaking, you do want to invest in the more latest era or latest sets, generally speaking. So I would still suggest players to go for clan banners instead. But clan banners are only better conditionally and only until, so far into the future, right? Because again, as the number of triple rares in the clan increases, the percentage of new triple rare decreases, right? So, for example, I wanted, Lukie. The chances of getting a Lukie in the clan banner is 0.25%. But if I want, Venus Lukie, the cross-rite of Lukie in the future, and there is a future Pale Moon clan banner, well, I'd assume at least 2 more triple rares have came out in the Pale Moon clan, and so instead of getting equal rate ups for 4 triple rares, I'm getting equal rate ups for 6 triple rares, and then with the greater pool of other triple rares, it will be much lower than 0.25%, and then consider moving to the next era. Again, it gets worse and worse and worse, and eventually, because it's outdated and because the rates are just not very optimal, I'd lean more onto the new set banners in the future. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the red button up there, that big red button. If you did see it, just click it. It's really quick and easy for you, but it would mean a lot to me. Do like the video if you do like it. Do dislike the video if you do dislike it. But tell me why, right? Like if you do like the video, tell me, why you liked it. Tell me if you have any counter arguments for me. What do you suggest new players to do? As a new player, I know quite a few new players have joined Entropy here. How do you feel about the game? How do you feel about the banner system? Is it a bit too confusing? If it is, or if you had some questions, do let me know if I didn't answer it in this video. If you do dislike the video, let me know as well. Just tell me what you didn't like about it. If I got something wrong, I apologize. And please correct me because even if I am wrong, I don't want any other people to get misled, right? So do consider helping out the other players as well. And yeah, just comment down below. Let me know anything you want to tell me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and come back, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye.